What's up, everybody? It is time for another New Music Friday. Today we're checking out some of the new releases coming out throughout the week of August 15th. And as always, if I miss something you're looking forward to, because there's a lot of stuff coming out this week, leave a comment below letting me know what it is so me and everybody else can discover some new music. Also, if you enjoy this video, you want to help me out a lot, give this video a thumbs up. It does so much for YouTube's algorithm. It'll keep my videos popping up in your recommended section, and it'll show other people who are interested in the same kind of thing as you. It will show this video to them. So if you're into metal, it will start doing that. So yeah, it does a lot, more than you could ever imagine. Of course, you could always subscribe and ring the bell icons to support me further than that. But even just a thumbs up will do so much, and I appreciate it. But anyways, enough of that now. Let's talk about some new music. We get a new album from Chevelle titled Bright as Blasphemy. I was very much unaware of this release up until earlier this week. I absolutely love Chevelle. They're one of my favorite bands from when I was a teenager that I still listen to. I learned how to play a lot of their songs on guitars, like one of the very first bands that I ever learned how to play any type of drop tuning stuff. So they always hold a special place in my heart. Their last album took a little bit to grow on me. And honestly, the singles that I heard for this album are a little bit different. One of them is a little weird, and the other one is very Chevelle sounding, but I'm very excited for this. Basically anything that this band does, I'm always going to be excited about it. We also get a new album from Rise Against titled Ricochet. This is another childhood favorite, but they've fallen off for me as the time has gone on. It's been a long time since I've really been into this band. I've listened to all their albums, but it's been a while since they've had anything that's really clicked with me. Probably 2011 or 12 or something like that. I'll probably check this out, but after Nowhere Generation, I don't really have too much hope for this one to really be anything that I particularly care for. We also get a new album from Justice for the Damned titled Stay Relentless. I recently started to get into this band, and holy hell, their 2020 release, Pain is Power, is absolutely insane. They're like a mix. It's hard to describe. It's got metalcore riffs, traditional metalcore riffs that you would recognize from like the early 2000s, 2010s, mixed with just some heavy stuff, almost like deathcore kind of heaviness. The vocals are super snarly, and the music is so good. I feel like this new record is going to be brutal. Out of all this, I'm excited for Chevelle, but Justice for the Damned, it might be my favorite release for this week. We also get a new album from Aurorawave titled Monument. So hear me out. For those of you who don't know who this band is, it's going to be kind of weird. It's like 311 meets metalcore, which I know a lot of people don't like 311, so that might not be a good example, but it's like reggae with some heaviness thrown in there. They've done some stuff with the Ghost Inside, and they have some distorted growls and kind of breakdowny stuff mixed with reggae. And I didn't realize that I needed this in my life, but I absolutely do. For me, I loved 311 back in the day, but again, I've grown out of them. It's been a very long time since I've been into them, probably since they released Tread on Me, like in 2005 or 6 or something like that. It's been a long time since I've been into that band. But this is like the new thing this is like the progression. I feel like, you go from Rage Against the Machine to Incendiary, and you go from like bands like 311 to Aurorawave. This is the more mature kind of thing, it feels like. That, and there was another one, Terra, something like that. There was another band that's really good that's along the same lines. Definitely check out these two bands if you're into that more chill kind of vibe. We get a new single from Lorna titled Prison of Flesh. My problem with this is the new singles don't really sound all that different from basically any of the songs off of Pain Remains, which it's not really a bad thing because it's really good. I mean, it's super technical, but it sounds like the production and the synth is taking over just a little bit too much. It's becoming too much of a theme. Like the guitars and the riffs and the really cool scaly run on things are kind of taking a backseat. It's mostly just drums, synth, and letting Will Ramos just go wild on stage. And I feel like it's cool, I guess, but it's kind of more of a gimmick than anything else. It's almost like what they did with Alex with Slaughter to Prevail. They would just throw in a bunch of breakdowns and have him go up there and start screaming and being all beastly and angry and stuff, and it's worn down. Like, people just don't really care anymore, and the people that do care I mean, I don't know. I feel like I feel like there's not too many of them, honestly. But yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of Shadow of Intense melancholy vibes within some of the singles, which I kind of dig, and I hope that the deep cuts will dive a little bit further into that in terms of the use of the synth and the lyrics and stuff like that. But I mean, otherwise, it's just they're just doing the same thing, and I understand that's why people don't like this band. Is it's because like if you took AI and you were like, give me the most insane possible thing you could possibly have in terms of death metal and throw in synth, this is what it'll be. It just feels very artificial. And I kind of get it because it's almost like rinse and repeat and just cookie cutter stuff that they're just doing over and over again. We also get a new single from the Acacia strain titled Holy Moonlight. The last single from this band was basically everything that I could possibly want from them. It seems like they're getting heavier and angrier and dirtier and darker, and it's weird because a lot of people feel like this band's prime was a long time ago, like mid 2010s, but I feel like they're in it, man, which is weird because to me, like Slow Decay is like it's like top tier, best Acacia strain kind of thing you could possibly get, and I feel like they're kind of reaching for it at this point. I feel like this new album it's gonna be close. I don't know. I love it. It's so gritty. It's so dark. Just from the one single that I've heard so far, that's kind of what I'm getting from it. We also get a new single from Hail the Sun titled War Crimes. There was a lot of mixed feelings about their last album they released, but I liked it probably because it was my first time really listening to this band. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, when I released my review, I listened to the rest of their albums and I was into it. And to me, it just made me excited for what was going to come next. As a fan of this band, a new fan of this band, it makes it exciting. You know, whenever you become a new fan of a band, you get excited when they start releasing new stuff. So some people might be rolling their eyes, but I am definitely here for it. We also get a new single from Everyone Dies in Utah titled The Cost of Clarity. This is one of, to me, the best sounding modern metalcore bands that have been around for a very long time. Like Architects is a modern sounding metalcore band that's been around for a very long time. You could kind of say the same thing about like Wage War and maybe I Prevail. They haven't been around for that long, but still, like this band has been around for a long time, like almost 20 years at this point, and they are still writing heavy stuff, and their songwriting technique is really cool. It's just a breath of fresh air. This band doesn't get talked about nearly enough. If you're into metalcore and you don't know who this band is, check them out, because this is like what, to me, modern metalcore should, this is the direction it should be going in. This is what it should sound like. And that is it for New Music Friday. Like I said before, if there's anything I missed that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And yeah, let me know what you want me to review next. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day, listening to me talk about music. And also, don't forget, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. It really does so much. I really hate asking people to do stuff like that, but it does a lot. It does a lot for me. And sometimes people forget, and I just gotta, hey, you know what? Don't forget to click and push the little thing on your phone. It does a lot for me, you know? So yeah, just thank you guys so much for joining me for another New Music Friday segment. I hope you guys have a good weekend and look forward to the review coming out this weekend. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time.